Roberto Firmino has been linked with Arsenal after officially confirming with Bild yesterday. And that's why I really love Bild, because Bild are some of the outlets that will release a story only if it is official, only if it is true. Roberto Firmino over the weekend confirmed that he will be leaving Liverpool and he's now linked with Arsenal. He'll be leaving as a free agent. That means Arsenal can sign him as a free agent come the summer. I want your thoughts. I want your opinions in the comment box below. Should Arsenal be going in for Roberto Firmino? Super false nine. He's 30 years now. He's done an absolute beauty for Liverpool. The system that Liverpool have played under Jurgen Klopp with the likes of Firmino, Sadio Mane and Salah is very close to what we are playing with Gabriel Jesus, with what we are playing with Trossard, Martinelli and Saka. Do you want Roberto Firmino at Arsenal? I want your thoughts. I want your opinions in the comment box below right about now. And we'll also be talking about my boy Julian Brandt. And here I'm saying with Julian Brandt that Arsenal have done every single thing in terms of groundwork, and they're optimistic that this deal will happen. And personally, as Cossy, I'm confident that the deal will happen, and I want Julian Brandt at Arsenal next season. That's what we're discussing in the next 20 minutes of the podcast. Hit the like button for me, subscribe for me, and I want your thoughts in the comment box. Is Roberto Firmino the guy that Arsenal should be signing in the summer? Hello. We want a center forward. We would love to add a center forward. We would love to add a left winger, 2 central midfielders, and a player to replace Eddie Nketiah. Is that player not Eddie Nketiah, but a player to replace our left back, which is Currentiani? But should the center forward be Roberto Firmino? We are preparing for UEFA Champions League. We are preparing for a stage where many of our players have actually not played. How many of Arsenal players have played in the UEFA Champions League? Zinchenko, Odegaard, Jesus, Partey. Do we have any other players that have played there? Has Currentiani played in the Champions League? No. Currentiani, has he played in the Champions League with Scotland? Sorry, with Celtic. How did I say Scotland? With Celtic? I think he's played with Celtic. I would have to double check on that. But I think he's played there with Celtic. But most of our players have never played in the UEFA Champions League. So do we need more players, more names that have actually played in the UEFA Champions League? Just like Mikel says he wants Raheem Sterling. He wants the names like Ike Gundogan, Bernardo Silva. He wants names like, Roberto Firmino. Do we need those players for us to thrive in the UEFA Champions League? And if we need them, if we need the experience, should it be players like Lautaro Martinez? Should it be players like Nicolo Barella? Or should it be a Roberto Firmino? I want your thoughts there in the comment box below. Now, with Roberto Firmino, one thing you have to know is that he would be coming in as a backup. He definitely doesn't join Arsenal as a starter number 4, as a starter number 9 or center forward. He comes in as a backup, and I think it's one of those players that I've really loved in that position. Right? You look at the Manchester United 7-0. He comes on and he has scored a goal. Like, it's already destruction, but when Roberto Firmino comes on, he guarantees you a goal. You look at the Arsenal game that we won 3-2 at the Emirates. That was a beautiful strike. That was a very, very good goal. Against us. Again, he scores, and we are some of his very, very favorite opponents when it comes to scoring goal. But this is what I like about Roberto Firmino. He has played 8 seasons for Liverpool. 8 seasons for Liverpool. That is remarkable. He joined them in 2015-2016. That is the season where he joined in. And when he joined, ever since he joined, Roberto Firmino has not failed to hit double figures in terms of his GA. Goals and assists, right? He has been averaging at least 9 goals per campaign and at least 6 assists per campaign. That is 15 goal contributions from him every single campaign. And we have to remember that Sadio Mane, being the great guy he is, to a level where Sadio Mane is one of the greatest Premier League goal scorers for Liverpool, the service or Roberto Firmino is undeniable. It is purely undeniable. For Salah to become one of the best Premier League goal scorers for Liverpool in the Premier League era, the service that Roberto Firmino has been doing for them has been totally unreal. These are his numbers. 2015-2016, 10 goals, 7 assists. 2016-2017, 11 goals, 7 assists. 2017-2018, 15 goals, 7 assists. 2018-2019, 12 goals, 6 assists. 2019-2020, 9 goals, 8 assists. 2020-2021, 9 goals, 7 assists. Last campaign, 5 goals, 4 assists. That was his worst. But I tell you what, that was his worst because he played only 20 games for Liverpool. Only 20 games for Liverpool. The rest of the seasons, he has been averaging 32-33 games per campaign. This season, 18 appearances, 8 goals. Mark that. This is a Liverpool side that has been crumbling. This is a Liverpool side that has not been doing very well. He has already surpassed the number of goals he scored last campaign, 8. And he has matched the number of assists he has made for Liverpool and that he made for Liverpool last campaign, 4. That is why I want Robbie Firmino. That is why I want Bobby Firmino. He's the kind of guy that would come in at Arsenal. He's 31 right now, if you didn't know. He's 31. Comes in at Arsenal, signs a 2-year deal until 33, just like Jorginho. Signs a 2-year deal or 1.5-year deal. I think a 2-year deal would be fine for Bobby Firmino. And then he comes in, he gives us every inch of experience that Liverpool are throwing away right now. He gives us every inch of experience that we need in the UEFA Champions League. Listen, during his 8 years at Liverpool, he has played against Madrid, I think on 3 occasions. Is it? He has played against some of the top sides in the UEFA Champions League. Napoli. He has played against maybe Milan. Have they played Milan? Liverpool. He has played almost every single big team in the UEFA Champions League. And that's what we don't have. Yes, Jesus was there. Zinchenko was there. Odegaard was there. But for Odegaard, that was even so long ago. Like very, very long ago. And on this one, I'm with Mikel Arteta. If he decides to go for experience, if he thinks that there is an experience gap that should be bridged by Arsenal, and players like Sterling and Roberto Firmino will give us the exact quality, bring them in, sign them. I'm with Mikel Arteta when it comes to signing Roberto Firmino. I like him. I think he's a very, very talented guy. He's one of those Brazilians that have the touch. He's one of those Brazilians that really have the touch, right? Now, you've got to understand his game, first and foremost. Before you say yes or no, you've got to understand his game. He's not a 20-goal merchant. 8 years, he has not scored anything above 15 for Liverpool. But look at his influence on Mane. Look at his influence on Salah. And look at his influence on all these other players, around him. And that's why I think for Liverpool, the one player that will be very hard to replace for them is going to be Bobby Firmino. Unless they change the system to one where they copy Manchester City and play with a focal number 9, like Erling Haaland. But if they don't do that, replacing a player like Bobby Firmino is going to be very, very difficult. So if anyone says it doesn't take him at Arsenal, I would understand age. I would understand the fact that you're thinking about signing a younger striker like Marcus Thuram or Randall Kolo-Muani. I would understand that. But if anyone understands the importance of winning the Champions League to Arsenal, Bobby Firmino is a player I would sign every single day. Every single day. Let me tell you this. I would sign Bobby Firmino and Raheem Sterling, and I don't sign Marcus Thuram and Ivan Toney. Yeah. I would sign Bobby Firmino over Ivan Toney. I would sign Raheem Sterling over Moussa Diaby. This is the reason. The stage at which we are going, yes, more games, but we have depth now. We are creating that depth. You can see that Arsenal creating that depth. But the stage where we are going will need a lot of experience, pedigree. We are gonna be good in the next 2-3 years. We're gonna be very, very good. We'll be the team to beat. I think Arsenal. I think Napoli will drop off a little bit because Napoli are a club that sells their players, so they will drop off a little bit. I'm very, very sure about that. They will drop off a little bit. But Arsenal, Barca, Man United, and Chelsea. I think Liverpool will be back as well. Those are going to be the teams to beat in the coming years. But you will need the experience to see it through. You look at the greatest teams that have won it. Bayern, with the likes of Philipp Lahm, with the likes of Robben, with the likes of Ribéry, they didn't win it with Ribéry 22 years of age. They won it with a Ribéry who was around 27, 28. So I want that experience. And for me, Bobby Firmino, if there is a player that can come in at Arsenal, create that difference, like just coming from the bench, what an option he would be from the bench. What an option he would be from the bench. Just imagine you're taking out Gabriel Jesus and then you're bringing on Roberto Firmino. Sins. Pure sins, right? And then after 2 years, Firmino leaves, Xhaka leaves, Jorginho leaves, maybe Partey leaves, but I think Partey would be still around, and El Neni leaves. Because the likes of Odegaard would have become the senior players, right? And then we start recruiting the young players again to rebuild the squad. So Bobby Firmino is a player I'll take at Arsenal every single day, guys. I want your thoughts there. I want your thoughts. Before we jump onto the Julian Brandt story, I want your thoughts on Roberto Firmino. Good deal, bad deal. Deal or no deal for Bobby Firmino. He's played for Liverpool. He's played at the top level. He's one of the guys I really, really like as an Arsenal fan. But I want your thoughts on the podcast as well, okay? Now, Israel says he's not that good. He's just always fortunate to score against Arsenal. Now, a player cannot be fortunate those many times. That is where football. That's where I disagree with some people when it comes to football. Yes, a player might be fortunate, but a player is not as fortunate as many times. Like, you look at Marcus Rashford. Rashford right now is one of the players that we're talking about as best in the world, and he's really, really scores against Arsenal so many times because he's good, isn't it? Firmino is good. And when I was talking about him, I said you either understand who he is as a player or you don't understand him. Salzburg says the reason we win is because the opponents get tired and we take our chances. The reason as to why we win late. Okay. Anthony says good deal to some extent. Good results on the table. Yeah, I'll take him. I think it would be a very, very good deal. Okay. Rashad says he is a good player for, at Arsenal. Okay, all right. David says no, we need a younger player at centre forward, and he may not want his face to face his former employees. For Brandt, it would be a massive signing for us. If Bobby says I don't want to play in the Premier League again or anymore, I don't want to face Liverpool. Yeah, that is his own call. I would respect that. I would be okay. I'll be like, okay, guys. He said he doesn't want to play against Liverpool. But if there is a single chance, okay, that he agrees to play for Arsenal, get him in. Rashad says he's a good player. Anu says, I think we need a top center forward. Now, this is it. If you're giving me a player like Lautaro Martinez, I would take him over Roberto Firmino. Because with Lautaro Martinez, I would have exactly what I get in Roberto Firmino, maybe apart from the increased pedigree. But I'll be having a player who has a bit of longevity. Okay? So if you want a top center forward, and you're talking about Lautaro Martinez, maybe Victor Osimhen, those kind of guys that have done it, yeah, I'm totally okay. I'm really, really okay with that. Just to be sure. Now, the last story is about Julian Brandt. Julian Brandt is a player that Arsenal are monitoring right now, and his deal, actually, we are led to believe, I'll talk about this in the morning, that his deal is is in front in terms of negotiations and groundwork. Arsenal have done more groundwork on his deal than any other player that we're trying to sign in the summer. And personally, I'm very confident that Arsenal will get this deal done, okay? But I'm going to do more. I'm going to do a detailed report about him so that tomorrow in the morning is the deal that we do, right? It's the story that we do because I want you to understand who Julian Brandt is and why I really, really want him at Arsenal. And not many people actually do want him. A good deal to some extent if we get some results on the table. 1 of 12 says Bayern also want it with experience. Want it with experience with Noah, Muller, and Lewandowski. Yeah, you understand my point. You really, really do get my point. Look, with the Champions League, there are clubs like FC Porto that have won the Champions League. I think their average age was like 22, 23 with Mourinho in 2002. That is remarkable, okay? But look at all these other sides that have been winning it. They're either too good. I'm talking Barcelona 2008. I think, was it 2008 or 2011? I think 2011. Like, they're either too good and there is some experience in there. The likes of Dani Alves, likes of, Victor Valdez as well. Yeah, like there is some experience in there. Or if you're not too good, you have that experience. Right, you have that experience to get you over the line. Look at Mourinho's. Look at Mourinho's Inter Milan, winning it in 2010. Look at their average age. Look at the experience they had in that team. Right. So for me, if Arsenal can gather up this experience, because there are two options, we can let our players, mature for 5 seasons, but there is no guarantee that for 5 seasons Arsenal will still be at a top level. Okay, there's no guarantee. But the other option is we buy the experience, we buy the players with experience, and then eventually, win it. We win the UEFA Champions League. That would be the happiest day in my life. Julian Brandt isn't good enough for our needs, if you ask me. I think Julian Brandt is good though. I think it's good. But we're gonna have this debate tomorrow. I won't sabotage it. He's good. I think it's good. Joseph says we need more experienced players to do something in the UEFA Champions League. Absolutely. Look, if anyone asks me, can Arsenal win the UEFA Champions League right now? I would say no. I would say no. Seriously. But if anyone asks me, can Arsenal win the UEFA Champions League in 3 years from now? I would say yes. Because our average age, which is 23 now, would have converted to 26. And this is a group of players that will be playing together. They've been playing together. They know each other and they understand each other like coins. And that's why I think Arsenal would be very, very, very deadly the next 3 years. I hope we will be still together and we won't sell our players very soon. Joel says, I'm in support because he is a very, very sharp in decision making and shot taking. Tell me about Mitoma. This was the best player if I am to bet. I like Karo Mitoma as well. But I don't think Karo Mitoma will be heading to Arsenal in this summer. I think Arsenal will want a left winger. Mitoma is an option, but Mitoma has not been at Brighton for more than 2 years. If you're going to stand there and say, we want to sign Karo Mitoma, you're going to be asking to, I think you have to be willing to pay 100 million. I was watching Bayer Leverkusen yesterday. They were playing the one that game 3-1. They were playing. Were they playing Hertha Berlin? Yeah, they were playing Hertha Berlin on Sunday. They were playing Hertha Berlin. They won the game 4-1. But Moussa Diaby, oh my God. Jeremy Frimpong, oh my God. Is anyone taking notice of the talent at that club right now? Florian, there is also another boy called Florian Wirtz as well. But if you told me, pick one player from the German Bundesliga, there's so many players I like there. The likes of Karim Adeyemi, the likes of Jude Bellingham, Jamal Musiala. But I might have to go with Moussa Diaby. So I think Arsenal will look at the best deal in the summer and they'll go, we shall go with the best deal. All right. So let's wait and see if Karo Mitoma will be, a serious option for Arsenal. Donald says Mikel has made the best decisions for the players and the club, so we will respect his decision. Absolutely. If he says give me Firmino, we will respect that and we will definitely, we will definitely back him.